Here's today's little badass reminder about something that I was crying with my husband about at 2 a.m. last night because we got into a heated debate about the fact that I used to always need the down to go back up. I always needed the struggle to try and find my success. It's like I needed someone behind me with a pitchfork poking me on the butt, motivating me to go forward. And then a couple of months ago, I just dropped the drama and I dropped the struggle, and I decided that was not the way I did things anymore. But I hadn't communicated that to him. So when I was talking about my goals for the next month, he went straight into the way he used to pep talk me before, which was like, you have to do it. The struggle, like you know, let's put you in a desperate situation so you do the things you need to do. And I was like, no. That's not how I do this anymore, because I've realized I don't need that, and neither do you. We see it and it's kind of expected, especially as women in business. There's always this kind of format to our stories and our background and our history where it's like, before I was this and then I went through this traumatic event and that prompted me to make change. And for a lot of us, that is the situation. For me, it was some mummy guilt comments in the car park at my daughter's daycare that prompted a big change for me. It was not being able to buy toilet paper, but that prompted my money mindset journey, and it's now led to me where I am. And this story is so common, the fact that we feel like we need this trigger. We need this bad thing to happen to us. We need the trauma. We need the victim story to then propel us forward into success. But you just don't. Like, what if you didn't need it? What if you could just be successful because you want to be successful? What if you could have everything you desire just because you desire it and that desire is enough? What if you didn't need the down to go back up? Because guess what? It's not needed. It's only in our heads. It's only in the way that we've constructed these stories that we feel like we need the down to go back up. So I think sometimes we get stuck in this place where we're looking for the drama. We're looking for the problem, we're looking for the trauma, we're looking for the trigger, we're looking to be forced and backed into a corner and be in a desperate enough situation that propels us forward to do the things that we need to do. And I know now that we can have no money in our bank account, be totally broke ass, and we will manifest crazy amounts of money. I know that happens. But then I had to ask myself, can I still manifest crazy amounts of money? Can I still be in that energy of abundance and overflow without having to be in the place of desperation and scarcity and fear and shame? Can I do it without all of that? And the answer is yes. You don't need to be backed into a corner to do the things you need to do. You don't need to have some big trauma, some big event, some awful thing happen in your life to bounce back higher. What if you just went from where you are now to higher? You don't need the dip to go back up. It is not necessary. Just because it is normal, just because it is accepted, just because it is the story, it doesn't mean that you need it. Struggle is not a requirement for success. And it's really, really, really hard to manifest lasting change from a place of I am not enough, I am not worthy enough, I am in shame, I am in fear, lack, and scarcity. You can manifest short-term change, but it always comes back to the same place, because then you create this story and evidence that you need something bad to happen. You need this desperation. You need someone behind you pushing you and saying, like, I'm going to get you if you don't do this thing. We create that story in our head that that's what we need to rise to the next level. But what if you didn't? What if you could just rise to the next level without the story, without the drama? And that's how I do things now. I prefer the dangling the carrot in front rather than someone with a pitchfork behind me, pushing me, nudging me, saying you have to do this thing. Because you can't manifest out of shame. You can't manifest out of feeling so shit about yourself. It never lasts. So you've got to think, how can I manifest from a place of already feeling abundant and overflow? And that doesn't come from putting yourself in these shitty situations over and over and over again. So just choose to go from where you are now to the next level. You don't need the drama to push you there. I hope you got some value out of that. It's time to go forth and conquer, minus the drama, because you don't need it anymore. And if you have any questions, click the link in my bio to find out more about the Sexy Selfish Elite.